Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how our Make Sense foundation compares to other foundations that I have in my collection. So I'm going to go through and add them onto a paper, and I've got the names here. So with one of them, I do shake it. You can see it sounds kind of like lip sense when you shake it. And this one I loved when I got it. It smells horrible. It smells like paint. I'm not kidding. It smells really disgusting. But this one I wanted to do it on because this one I have had, I'm not super into, because I have combination skin. I don't like oily stuff usually on my face. And this one hasn't been super oily. That I've noticed. I haven't had a lot of shine. These two I've used, this was my summer one. This was a nice glowing one that I like to wear, and I had to wear, a powder. And then this one, which was my winter one, and I had to wear powder with as well. And then I threw in tinted moisturizer because I wanted to see how it compared to our tinted moisturizer, which is my favorite of all time. This stuff is the bomb. So I'm going to put these on the paper right now. Okay, so I put them on. I was trying to use up all my foundations when I had purchased our foundation. I was trying to use all of the ones that I had up until I used the video or did the video. And you can see this one, I kind of had to pump a lot more to get it out. I was kind of holding off till I could do this video. But something I do want to say is our foundation color corrects to you. So I ended up getting the color Dewy. You can see Dewy is a neutral color and it's super pretty, and it actually color corrects to your skin. So when I first put it on, I'm like, holy moly, this was more for my summer because it, is really dark. But it color corrected to my skin, so that helped a ton, and it looks really good on. Whereas all summer, I would either get a dark foundation, a light one in the winter time. I got a nice one for when I did photo shoots because a lot of times I had to do my makeup. And that's why I bought that one originally. So I kind of just decided that I wanted one foundation that worked for all of everything. And this one doesn't give flashback in photos, and it just looks really nice and adjusts to your skin. And then these ones throughout the year, I would have to try to match them. So I might if I'm not quite this light in the winter, I might have to add a little bit of this to make that one a little darker. And it just got to be really, really old, the whole switching and stuff. So I do want to add that. But I do have now all of the foundations and moisturizers on the paper. This one is the Balm. So that one is a squirt bottle. This one I absolutely loved using these two bottles because they pump right out easy, just like the Naked Skin did. Whereas these ones, this one was already kind of old, so it was hard to get it out. This one I had to tap it on the paper. This one I had to squeeze it. So they're all here. I'm going to check back once I get back from the store and see how it goes. And we'll just see how much oil. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. You can already see an oil ring created. I literally put this on a minute ago. So yeah, you can see how much oil is already getting created. I wonder if there's any more that are getting created. Oh, you can see the L'Oreal True Match. Holy cow, that happened fast. Nothing on the Urban Skin that I see for oil rings, so that's good. Our foundation is good. Our Make Sense Tinted Moisturizer is good. And the Balm, yeah, I'm getting some oil ring there. But even our Tinted Moisturizer has no oil rings. This one's just getting really bad. No wonder I had to use so much powder. Wow, okay, so we're gonna check back in a little bit and see how the stuff pans out. I haven't left for the store yet, so I kind of was doing some things. So an hour has passed, and you can see that some action is going on. The L'Oreal Lumi Very, very oily. It's only been an hour, so it's grown. Makes Sense, doing great. L'Oreal True Match, not as bad as the True Lumi, but L'Oreal is pretty oily. I'm really surprised at how oily the Urban Decay Naked Skin is. Like, I'm very, very shocked. That's pretty gross because I want to say I paid $40. Yeah. Yep. With our tinted moisturizer, it does have moisture in it, but you can see it's super minimal. And then the balm one wasn't too bad either. Super minimal. So that's pretty good. I was just curious as to how our tinted moisturizer paired up to our foundation. And if you want a little bit more oil to your foundation, then I know our anti-aging foundation isn't as like oil-free as our original foundation is. But our Make Sense foundation, or our tinted moisturizer, it's, it's a moisturizer, so it's gonna have some moisture. So that is how you want your moisturizers to be like. It's just very minimal oil, not anything drastic like these. I mean, this is super gross, especially for foundations, because foundations you would think as not having as much oil as a moisturizer, and they are much oilier. And so the balm isn't too bad. I'm actually kind of happy because I used that a lot. And before I tried our tinted moisturizer. I will say with the balm though, I don't love the scent either. I like the scents that we have. I'm a scent person, and I just would say that, that's the only big difference so far with the scent and with the oil. Is a lot of these smell weird, and yeah, pretty cool, huh? So far so good. So I'll check back in a little bit and let you guys know how it is. All right, everybody, it's 5 hours since I started this test, and the L'Oreal is, I want to say it probably grew a little bit. Actually, yeah, it did grow a lot more because it was a lot smaller than, actually, no, it was a lot bigger than this, but this and this were like the same size. So this one did grow a lot. It's definitely a bigger size than a quarter, which I should probably get a quarter out. Okay, so I got my quarter, and I will stick it next to it, and you can kind of see that the size is pretty big. So that is a very, very oily foundation. I would highly recommend not getting the Lumi because honestly, that's pretty gross. That's a lot of oils you do not want on your skin, especially if you are in any way, shape, or form not wanting to have oily skin, which is going to be why you need to use a powder or wipe with an oil wipe, because this is creating more oil on your face with time, which is why obviously the longer you have your foundation on, the more like oily your skin looks, the more shiny it gets. Our foundations, I have noticed I have not needed to ever apply a powder or use an oil wipe. But these ones I had noticed I needed to use it a lot. So I wanted to see what my foundations were like. So this is just plain paper, nothing special, and you can see a huge difference. Like our Make Sense foundation, there is nothing. It's still going strong. Our L'Oreal True Match here is pretty big. That's actually probably a true size of a quarter. And then the Urban Decay one, yep, pretty gross. I mean, granted, this is going to cost you $10 in the store. This one might be $12. This one's $45. Our foundations are $50, but a little goes a long way, and it color matches to your skin. So I was using so well, specialty, so $45, $55, $65 worth of foundation. That's cheap and doesn't really hold up that much. Our tinted moisturizer is still shows a little bit of ring for oil, but that's not very much. That's very minimal. I'm very impressed because you can see the balm one. I cannot believe how much it grew. I literally thought it wasn't gonna be that bad. So in comparison, our tinted moisturizer has such a small amount of oil. So this was good to see, good to know. I'm gonna keep running this though because most of us wear our foundation longer than 5 hours. So I wanna see what ends up happening if there's any change in any of the foundations. So we shall see. We'll see you guys. Hey guys, so here is the last of the 9 hours that I started this. So I started this at 12:50 and it's after 9:50 right now. So 9 hours later. And the L'Oreal is probably the worst of all the foundations, I would say. Which, you know, for $12, what you gonna get? But the more expensive foundation, which was the Urban Decay, that one, yeah, pretty bad. That's pretty oily. So it goes to show that these products that you can get are really oily, which is why a lot of us over time throughout the day start to see oils developing on our face, and we need oil wipes and or powders. So I will say that our foundation does have a little bit at the end of the day for 9 hours, but honestly, in comparison, it's like, holy cow, there's like no comparison. And then our tinted moisturizer, look at that, just a little tiny bit. That's really, really good, you guys. That's better than the foundations. It's crazy. So it goes to show quality over not so quality. And then the balm, which was our tinted moisturizer, that one you can see was the worst of all of them. That is the most oily. So, yep. Thanks for watching, and this was a fun test.